We see an average of 25 to 30 people a day come off the street into the emergency room in mental health crises, and a vast majority of those people don't have housing.
Putting them in jail is just not an answer. These folks need treatment, they need stability, they need a place to live, and that's why Project Interconnections is so important.
Project Interconnections is an organization that was founded in 1988 with the help of Mrs. Rosalind Carter, former First Lady of the United States. And our mission is to manage and develop permanent supportive housing for people who've been diagnosed with a mental illness and would otherwise be homeless. With the help of our partners in the social service area, we provide them with the necessary services that they need to improve their lives.
People with mental illness are like everybody else. It can happen to anyone. 1 in 10 people in the United States is going to have a mental illness.
I had a full scholarship to University of Georgia, and I was in the honors program, and I did well, and I also played sports there. And then in my junior year, my mind just wasn't working right, and I went to the library and looked up psychiatric books.
I didn't even know what mental illness was. I never had thought about it. I was having fun, I was working hard, going to school. I felt like the normal kid on the block who was being given some very good breaks. I wasn't conscious of anything going wrong, so it subtly crept in. Very quickly though, and very dramatically.
I just kind of shut down, and I was just at a dead end, and I tried to commit suicide, and I got kicked out of school, and I lost my scholarship, and they said, you can't come back.
You rarely would talk about mental illness in the past because it was considered sort of a dead end, an untreatable disease. We know that's not true anymore.
We do believe that it starts with housing. A stable roof over your head is the first step to improving your life. And every single resident that comes into our facility comes in with that attitude.
I was so excited when I moved in. I was just so happy to be there around people who had a mental illness, who understood what I was going through.
The goal isn't just to treat a mental illness. The goal is that the person will come back to who they were and who they can be. This is somebody's brother, this is somebody's sister, this is somebody's husband, this is somebody's wife. That's who they are. They're not schizophrenic. They're a person.
Project Interconnections was a place where I could go and learn again to be human. They didn't just put me in a corner and leave me to isolate. They cared for me as an individual.
I can't tell you the number of times that somebody has looked at me and said, this is the best place I've ever lived in. And I'll go, well, where did you live before? And they say, I don't remember the name of the bridge it was under.
If you think of someone and living on the street, what the difference between that and having your own place, and the amount of personal pride someone takes in having their own place. If you look at the apartments at any of these buildings and you look at how immaculately they're kept and how much they're treasured, you see that that's what gives people dignity.
We're providing a real service to 450 people that would otherwise not have a roof over their head, that would be living on the streets if it weren't for what we do. And we have provided them with hope to continue their lives and to be better people.
People with mental illness can live productive lives, healthy lives, and can live happy lives. There's just no doubt about that. I moved to Chattanooga to go to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and I did so in part because of my counselor in voc rehab. They helped me get through and get my first degree, a BFA in painting and drawing. I couldn't have been happier walking across that stage.
I feel grateful because I've had such a hard time before when I was just at a dead end, and my life has gotten to be so nice. For me, it made all the difference of making it.
As long as they can go home every day holding the key to their own home in their hand, that's a success in my mind every single day.